I'm Scott Bain. They call me the old farmer. I picked up this saw on sale at Harbor Freight. It was on sale for $36. How can you not pick up a chainsaw for $36 for light duty work? So I compared it to this chainsaw, which is the Poulan 16-inch, and compared it to the 14-inch Portland. And they're both electric. This one has a 12 amp motor, and this one I believe has a 9 amp. Let's see if I can find it. And so I wanted to see whether there was any difference. I'm not going to use it for heavy duty stuff. I'm going to use it for stuff about like this. Same thing with the Poulan. Now I cleaned up the branches and everything using the Bauer 20 volt. And of course, this doesn't have the power of those two at all. There's just no doubt about it. So let's take a look and see what it looks like and whether I can tell any difference between the two electric chainsaws. And whether, if you can get it for $36, I don't think you can anymore, but if you can get it for $36, it's worth picking up. So let's see if that's true. Well, you've seen I've tried out both chainsaws, and yes, the electrics outperformed the Bauer, but I must admit the blade on the chain on the Bauer was a little dull, but I wasn't using it for comparison with the others. I was just cleaning up so that I could pretty much compare the two electric chainsaws equally. And of course, I used the older one, this one first. I like the guard better on this one than I do on the Portland because it's sturdier. I feel more confidence with it. But it's does a good job on it. I had the chain sharpened on it before I did the test. And the Portland is lighter. It has an automatic oiler where the Poulan doesn't. So I appreciate that. But this is a little flimsy for me. This makes me a little uncomfortable. But in cutting, I couldn't really tell a difference between the two. Now I'm sure on a big log it might make a difference on it. But for what I was intending the purpose for, I don't think I'll notice any difference on it. And now I have two electric chainsaws that I can plug in and do the final cut up of the wood for the wood stove. What I'm trying to do now these days is I cut long branches or limbs and haul them here and then cut them to length here and then go and stack them. I still like the Bauer chainsaw for being out in the field. I wish it had a little bit more power, but for a 20 volt chainsaw it does the job. I just take a couple of 5 amp batteries along, milliamp batteries, and I can usually do enough cutting to the point where I'm done for the day. I ran out of chain oil, so I used a little bit of the gear oil in the Portland, because the difference between regular motor oil, which you can use in the chainsaw, and bar and chain oil is that the bar and chain oil will cling a little bit better to the chain. So that's why I use the gear oil for just a small cut. It shouldn't bother it a bit. Now I have purchased these before I received the annoyance from Harbor Freight on the receiving of the 1,000 pound lift cart. And as I said in that video, that what it cost me extra was about $150 from if they just had one in stock at the store. Had to have it shipped in. So I had to pay shipping on it. Since I was an ITC member, I got the sale price for it, which was $40 off, but it was $100 to ship. A little expensive on that. And the only places that I could find that lift cart was out of state. So I did a penalty on them. I pulled a penalty on Harbor Freight and said that since you cost me $150, I'm going to penalize you $1,500. I multiply by 10. And I'm not going to buy anything from Harbor Freight until I have spent $1,500 elsewhere. And that's not groceries. I'm talking about like things from Harbor Freight. And I'm running a spreadsheet on it, and I'll pop in where I'm at right now with the spreadsheet. Now remember, on the spreadsheet I need to get to $1,500 before I can go and buy anything from Harbor Freight. So that means I have to buy stuff from other sources, which is okay. There's other good tools out there besides Harbor Freight. Win looks good. I don't know if I'm going to go to Walmart and get a heart, but there are tools out there that are comparable for what I need, and it's going to cost Harbor Freight $1,500. It's not going to break the bank for them at all, but it's a point of, if they're going to be that way, if they're going to act that way, they deserve the consequences of their actions. And so they lost $1,500 worth of sales. There is no way that they're going to get me into the store except for returning stuff until that $1,500 is spent elsewhere. But I still like Harbor Freight tools. I like the people I deal with at the store. But sometimes Harbor Freight gets into a weird attitude, and they really need to be dumb slapped when it happens. So I recommend to you, if you have a problem with Harbor Freight where it costs you extra money dealing with them, figure out the total on it, multiply it by 10, and step away from Harbor Freight until that amount has been spent elsewhere. That's the only way we're going to teach these people to behave themselves. Thank you for watching.
Before we go, thank you to our subscribers who helped us reach over the 1,000 subscription mark. It's very humbling to receive the support from our subscribers. Thank you. I will always try to give you accurate information, and I'm not worried if you disagree in comments. Just remember, youngsters may read your words. Well, this is the old farmer Scott Bain saying, be well, be safe, and be kind to someone today.
Don't forget to click like, subscribe, share, or ring the bell buttons on the original Old Farmer channel. We enjoy reading the comments that you leave, and they do help the channel, so keep them coming. And once again, thank you for watching the original Old Farmer.
The VFW National Home for Children, providing families of veterans and active duty military opportunities for growth and development in a nurturing community. Please consider a donation to help their children and families. I.C. Rhodes speaking.